Hello, and welcome to another episode of the B2B Leadership Podcast. I'm your host, Nils Vinje, and today I want to tell you about how I took time off and got promoted. Now, it had been several years since I had graduated from my MBA in Management and Organizational Behavior, and I was itching to push myself again. Now, those MBA years were intense, but they were also some of the most productive that I had ever had. And I was in a role inside of a startup company in downtown San Francisco at this time, and I recognized that in joining this role, the role was pretty straightforward, and I knew that I was really well suited for the role, so it wasn't going to be that difficult to execute once I understood the complexities of our product, and that was probably going to take a few months. And after that, then it was just about executing and working with clients and helping them get value out of our product, which that was something that I was very comfortable with. Now, at this time in my life, my wife and I had also just had our third child. So things were busy. We were living in the East Bay, working downtown. I would take the BART train in every day, 6:30 a.m., be gone all day, come home, try to muster up some energy to spend with the kids the little bit of time that I saw them, put them to bed, and then wake up the next morning and do it all over again. Life was pretty intense. But I was driven to push myself again because I saw just how much the MBA period meant to me and how incredible it was from a growth perspective. So I did some research and I tried to find another avenue to pursue. I knew I didn't want to get another degree, but I wanted to further my skill set and something that would benefit me not only at this point in time now, but also many, many years into the future. So I did some research and I decided to invest in a leadership coach training program. And this training program was wonderful and it looked incredible. So even before I signed up, I knew it was going to be a great fit. But this program would require me to be gone completely from Thursday through Sunday, 1 week out of each month for 6 months. That's a lot of time. That's 4 days out of each month for 6 months, 24 total days. Now, so this affected not only what was going on at home with our new baby, but also what was going on at work, because I was going to have to take time off. And frankly, at that time, I didn't have enough PTO saved up to be able to do this. So even though this was a tall order, I talked about it with my wife and she was 100% supportive, and I will forever be grateful because she always supports me in everything I do. And I signed up. Now, I signed up and I paid several $1,000s, which I did not have at that point in time. But I was so convinced that this would be a tool set that I would be leveraging now and long into the future that it was worth it for me to carry that debt and to figure out another way to pay for it down the line. I just didn't know what it was, but I knew I had to get this skill set. So I signed up and I joined. And that was the personal side. I also had to convince my boss to let me take 2 days a month off and not count it as PTO, which, as I mentioned before, I didn't have. So what I did was I came up with a strategy and I sold it to him. And it worked incredibly well. Here's exactly what I said. I said, on these Thursdays and Fridays, when I'm gone, what I will do is pretend that I'm traveling on business and during the times that I'll be in the training. And the way I did this when I was traveling normally to see clients is that I would put my out of office on in the email responder so that anytime anybody emailed me, it would say, hey, I'm traveling on business. I'll be checking email, but I'll be slow to respond. And then I told them that I would catch up during our lunches, our breaks, in the evenings, on the weekends. I was basically willing to do whatever it took to stay on top of everything, but not have it be taking complete time off. And he went for it. He said, okay. And this was really great and a really important piece because it put me in control of being able to take time off, go acquire a new skill set. I also sold him on the fact that having someone with a leadership coaching skill set inside the organization would be of huge benefit. Now, the last thing I want to mention here before we move on is that I made sure that the company did not pay anything for this training. I didn't want to be tied in any way, shape, or form to the company for some period of time if they contributed money to this. This was something that I was committed to. It's something that I wanted. It was something that was going to benefit me, but it was also going to benefit the organization. So I positioned it that way, where this would be a huge value to the organization. Oh, and guess what? You don't have to pay anything. Oh, and guess what? I can stay on top of all my work while I'm gone. So this was almost something that he couldn't really say no to because it was delivered and positioned so well. Once the training started, the first weekend I was there was incredible. And every single month was incredible. Every training session was filled with these tools that were just mind-blowing. And if you can't really become a coach without going through the process of coaching yourself, and that's a lot of what our training program was built around. We had to use our own lives as examples to learn how to use these tools. It was incredibly powerful, and I experienced a tremendous amount of personal growth in areas that I thought were completely fine. But by going deeper and working with another coach and working through these tools, it was a totally different world when I came out of it at the end. So every training session every month was filled with incredible tools. And I put every single one of those tools into action the following Monday morning when I returned. So each month I'd be gone Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And then on Monday, I immediately brought the tools that I had learned into my work at that company and began to get some incredible results working with my clients, working with my peers, and I was recognized for those contributions. And the best part is that I was promoted. Right? No longer did I feel like I was not seen. Did I feel like my contributions weren't even being recognized? Everyone saw exactly what I was bringing to the table, and that felt really good, number one, but two, it put me in a position to be promoted. So the lesson here is that getting promoted is not about the time you're spending at work. I proved that to you in this story. It's actually about the value that you are contributing to your company. In this example, I went outside the organization, acquired an entirely new skill set, brought that into my work, and added a significant amount more value to the organization and to my clients than I did before. And as a result, I felt seen, I felt heard, I was recognized, and I got promoted. In summary, the number one way to earn a promotion and feel seen, heard, and recognized is to add more value to your organization, and you can do that by acquiring new tools and new skills outside of your organization. And if you have an interest in doing that in the leadership area, I encourage you to check out the B2B Leaders Academy by going to B2B, letter B, number 2, letter B, leadersacademy.com, where we combine content, community, and coaching in a unique way that is designed to empower you with the tools to confidently handle any leadership situation and consistently deliver more value to your organization each and every single month. So check out b2bleadersacademy.com, and I look forward to partnering with you and helping you feel seen, heard, recognized, and ultimately getting promoted.